Welcome to the Hot Slice, a podcast brought to you by Pizza Today. I am creative director of Pizza Today, Josh Cowan. Along with me, executive editor of Pizza Today, Miss Denise Greer. Hello, Denise.
Hello, Josh.
I need that enthusiasm in my life every day. I need to do a podcast with you every day. I need that joy.
No, it's the energy, man. It's the energy. You gotta have the energy.
I miss not being in the office for that, so yeah. I need that energy.
Exactly. So, well, you brought a new intro in, so people are gonna love that. They're gonna love it.
Right.
So we got to hit on a couple of things before we get to our guests, because we have a couple great guests.
It's a fun show. Yeah.
But we got to talk about a couple things that are coming up in August, because that's in like a week from when this airs.
It's coming up very soon. Summer's almost over, you guys.
Don't talk about it.
My kid starts kindergarten in like 3 weeks. I'm having a crisis. I'm having a whole meltdown because of it.
Yeah. So. I feel you. It's gonna be just a muddy, messy face.
It's gonna be a messy face.
Drop him off at school. Yeah. Hopefully that you take him for pizza afterwards, right? That's the rule for
something, ice cream, whatever. Yeah, something like that. So
so let's talk first about with Pizza Today. So Josh and I traveled to our pizzeria of the year, which you will, once August hits, you're going to see who that pizzeria of the year is. Maybe we might even surprise you and bring it to you a couple days earlier. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
maybe not.
Maybe not.
Denise did an amazing job on the story. I think you're all really going to enjoy it.
Yeah, what a great concept.
Yeah,
it's really fun. I won't tease anything about who it is, but great operation. Got a lot of things going on, and I was so excited to write the story, and the photography is just beautiful, Josh. Beautiful.
I do what I can.
That's
thankfully right. When the pizzas are pretty, it really helps, and so that helps a lot.
And we're always going a million miles an hour for you guys, doing a lot of different things with the show, with the magazine, with the website, with the the email, the social, the everything. So one thing we have going on, which you're going to see blasted everywhere, is our all operator pizzeria industry study. So that survey is going to come out August 1st. And once that comes out, we want every operator. I don't care if you're a big pizzeria, or you have a pizza trailer, or maybe you do pop-ups. We want to know what you're doing and how successful you are, because we want to take that information and we want to give everyone some really good nuggets. So I'll put it in the show notes. But we did our first industry report last year. And the industry report was extensive. I mean, like long. So we're changing things up a little bit this year with how we present it and what information we're presenting, because now we have year-to-year comparables.
Right.
Because last year was the first one. So now we can look at how things have changed in a year, maybe with popular items, things like that. So I am a numbers geek and I love crunching data. And so I can't wait for you to fill out that survey so that I can start crunching the data, because it's just so fun.
Denise, what you've done with this study from its inception last year, you've had it in mind for years, actually, but it all come together last year, and what you've done with it in the past couple of years is just amazing, and it's great for the industry. And it's so important that the pizzeria owners and operators they fill this out.
Yeah, absolutely, because we can really get that gauge for what's happening nationally. I mean, we're asking even right down to what people are charging for delivery fees, what we're asking about food costs, labor costs. We're asking about employment issues. Like, it's not just a fun, let's look at the trends on food. Like, we're looking at the total operational side of the business, because that's what we do.
We're going a little we're going a little deeper, diving a little deeper.
That's what
getting
we
below
do.
the surface a little bit. So that's because that's what you really want.
And so let's see here. Now let's get into what we're talking about today. So in July, we announced rising stars of the pizzeria industry. So we reach out to some of the biggest names right there. Yeah, we reach out to some of the biggest names in the pizza business to find out who's on their radar. Who are they looking at? Who's up and coming in the industry? And we got several names. We had names to add to it. So we came up with, kind of a short list of some folks. And now, by no means is that the end all be all list, because there are so many rising stars in this industry. And in fact, when I was on social media the other day, I was like, who should be on our radar? And I said, hey, PM me, I want to know. So a lot of people sent me private messages that said, hey, you need to know about this person, or hey, me, I'm good, like follow me. So it's great because I got all these new people that I'm going to start following. Maybe we'll put them in destinations, conversation. We're going to get to know these operators a little more. So that's pretty exciting.
And always feel free to reach out to us. There's a lot of pizzerias out there. We can't keep our eye on everybody, but if you reach out to us, that helps us a lot. That helps us get you on the radar so we can see what you're doing.
Okay, so we have Thiago Vasconcelos and his wife and co-owner, Alissa Gibson, today on the podcast talking about their business in Austin, Texas, and it's Pedroso Pizza, which is kind of a unique business because they are a permanently placed trailer in Austin, Texas. But they also have something else going on. They have a ghost kitchen running out of their commissary. So they're doing some really cool things. And I just really enjoyed our conversation.
Yeah, it was a fantastic conversation to see what they started in and where they're at right now. I was getting claustrophobic just listening to their story, their first trailer. So they have a lot going on, and I love their story, and they're just great people. So sit back and relax and hear our conversation.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
With extraordinary pizza cheese comes extraordinary rewards. Only Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese offers the Gold Club Rewards program with monthly cash back on every cheese purchase. Members also receive funds twice a year to use in their exclusive marketing store. It's their way of saying grazie to customers. Schedule a demonstration at bacciocheese.com/hotslice and discover how rewarding Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese can be. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Baccio.
Looking to grow your pizzeria or restaurant? Then you'll want to try the power of a cloud-based POS system. With Hunger Rush, you'll get everything you need. This fully integrated restaurant management system allows you to easily streamline operations, accelerate the delivery process, and grow your business through Hunger Rush 360 marketing. And it's so easy to use. Want AI-powered text ordering? It's built in. Need to track orders? No problem. Schedule a personalized demo at hungerrush.com today.
Welcome. So actually, you're dealing with a very unique environment right now because, you're in Texas, and we all know what's happening in Texas right now. The heat is just insane for you guys. So we kind of talked a little bit off the air about what's going on, but tell us about how this heat is impacting your business, because you're you have a little different model than a brick and mortar pizzeria.
Yeah, right now, when it hits over 100, we decided that we can't really operate there. If it was just us, we're the owners, we're probably just
push through it,
do it.
Yeah.
But we have 3 to 4 people working with us in the line.
Yeah.
So it's we can't really put them through this or make them work. So we decided that we in days like that, when it hits 100, we just have to shut down. So
and people are getting headaches, and it's also nobody wants to come to a trailer when it's that hot out.
Yeah.
And
right.
And nobody else is trying to expose themselves to that heat as well, So us closing, it's it's difficult because people still want to order product, still want to support. And luckily we have our commissary kitchen that we can operate out of for the last week anyways, to try and mediate some of the production issues.
So how are you doing that? Like,
Yeah,
how are you operating out of the kitchen? Are you working just off of online ordering only and delivery, or how's it working?
Online ordering and like pick up and delivery. The commissary kitchen is kind of no weird spot. It's kind of hard to find. Most of the ghost kitchens around, they're kind of like a little bit off, kind of out of the city. So it's been really hard to educate people, like, you know, this is a restaurant, because they're driving like small like streets and stuff. We're here. So it's just like doing a lot of posts online and trying to get them there.
Trying to be as informative as possible. And as helpful as possible as well. We've posted several videos on like how to get there, how to switch on the platform from ordering from the trailer to the commissary. So it's really just trying to make sure that it's just kind of idiot proof, you know, like nobody can mess it up, because we've tried to lay out every single step as easily as possible.
Which is hard to do. It
is. It's very hard actually, because you have to cover all bases and
so many variables.
Somehow someone will still find a way.
We're lucky that we have on our commissary kitchen, it's like 700 feet of like space, and we already had an oven there, and we had pretty much a whole kitchen there for us before this happened. So we're lucky that when it got really hot, we're like, okay, we got to do this move now. So because we know there are so many trailers in Austin that they don't have that, they don't have that option, and they're just working through it, just like really working on the heat.
Josh, you and I went to Austin and went to some permanently placed trailers, you know, just around the city, and it's a unique environment, because here we don't have a lot of permanently placed trailers around, like the Louisville area. We've got a couple set up in bars, but it's kind of a newer phenomenon, but it feels like that's been going on for a long time in your area.
For sure. I think it's big time trailer city, and it's really awesome and unique in that way, because everybody can essentially start a business with a concept. You know, you don't have to have that startup capital and backing. You don't have to have investors. You can create your own concept, and if it hits, it hits. And if you're passionate about it enough, it'll land, you know. And it's really cool in that aspect. I go ahead.
And if it doesn't hit, then you're not out like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And somebody's gonna buy it and try their concept, you know. So the overhead on it is nothing. The hustle is insane. I mean, nonstop. Moving
in and out of a trailer every day. On our case, because we get really busy, so we have to prep everything out of the commissary. So everything in the van in the morning, go to the trailer, everything out in, like do dishes, the gray water, everything. And like service the trailer. It's an everyday thing, and so it's hard. But
kind of run us through that daily process when it's a 80-degree day and everything's kind of fine. Like what's the process for the day?
Usually we go to the commissary in the morning, pick up the list, everything we're gonna need, you know, all the dough, and load the van, get to the trailer, get some like dishes from night before, load in the trailer, everything out, service the trailer, meaning like get the gray water out in the tank, put fresh water in the tank, and then load the gray water in the van, bring everything back to the commissary. You know, dispose the gray water and put everything back in the commissary, and then go back to the trailer to start the day. And that's even before we even like open the window. So.
Prep and everything, that's wow.
Yeah. On your busiest day, you know, what how many pizzas are you able to crank out of your trailer? Because you've actually updated your trailer, right?
Yeah,
like to a little more output.
Anything from like 160 to 180 I don't know if ever hit 200.
Yeah.
I don't know if
We and so we're kind of restricted as to the amount of dough that we can even hold there, right? So a lot of times if we are able to, we'll make another run back to the commissary and grab more dough, just because we can only house so much product in the trailer.
Our oven as well, it's big for trailer, but it's small for like a bigger operation. So we can do basically like we make New York style. It's our biggest pizza. It's a 16-inch pie. I have a double stack oven, so I put 3 and 3, so I can only make 6 pies at a time.
Yeah.
Then little time for recovery and all that stuff, and so we could be making even more,
right?
Because our waiting, it's like usually an hour and 20 minutes for a pizza.
Yeah.
An hour 30 minutes. So
it's very strategic too. Like we have to stagger orders just right. We have to limit the amount of pizzas people can order. So it's a process, and a delicate balance of customer service and patience. I think with our customers as well.
Are you still set up close to the bar? The night out. So I guess that helps with the wait. People can go have a drink and everything.
Yeah, it helps a lot. So sometimes they want that. Like, do I have 15 minutes there? Great, let me go have a beer. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
I think about how Austin is this pizza city, and it is very much. Anybody that wants to contest me on it, I will challenge you all day long. But Austin is a great pizza city. It's known for some very good pizzerias around the city. And so when lists come out in Austin for, what's the best spots to go in Austin, and you guys hit those lists, does it kind of freak you out? Like, oh gosh, the lines. Like,
yes, absolutely. It's like there's that, but there's also, we get a lot of influencers, and it's for sure you see more of a push kind of when that comes through. Like, I think people trust influencers more than lists, kind of, they feel like they know these people, and so this person knows what I want to eat, kind of, right? And so when the influencers come, that's when we brace for impact, because it's just like, okay, here it comes. Like,
what do you do? Like, that you're going to get hit hard for the next, whatever month or even 2 months after that.
Some of them has more pull than others, but when you see something like they post and tag us, we're like, okay, there we go. Like, it's usually like on the weekends or Monday, Tuesday, and we know that week it's going to be a little busier. And sometimes you're like, we can't, and we don't even post a lot anymore on social media, because it really works. What I mean? If you're posting, people like, okay, let's go have lunch. I just saw this post, So when that happens, we're like, it's going to be a busier like kind of week. So.
And it's also, is great. Again, it's at educating your customers as well. When they come through and they're like, "Are you kidding me? It's 2 hours for a pizza." Like, you have to be like, "Listen, we had someone come through. They did a blog, and and so we're busier. And if you want to wait, you can. You can also pre-order. Like, you have to educate as much as possible. And I think that really helps with the overflow for sure.
They always have a choice, they don't have to set everything. But Austin's a really heavy influencer town, so I mean, I guess that helps a lot too. There's probably a lot more influencers in Austin than would be, say, in our town. So,
it's true. And we've had some great ones come through. Some of them that are now kind of like good friends with us.
Nice.
So it's a total benefit. And contrary, but we also get to ask them, where should I go for sushi, and with all the good stuff.
It's amazing. Awesome. Companies would die for and pay so much money for those influencers to come through. They just come through and on a whim and
it's
your business.
For us it was really organically. Like, we never like called them. Some people reach out that you want to do food trade. You know how it goes, and then we're like, we are actually busy now, so then they end up showing up anyways and doing their stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, like, So, but it was always like they're just showing up, to try the pizza.
Well,
and
that's
people want that hard to
testament.
get product. Yeah, people want that hard to get product too. It's like, a feat. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a pie here, and it's something to brag about on social.
But and you think about your reputation. Obviously, your pizza hits hard, hits well with your consumers, or else that reputation wouldn't spread around. That you got to go to your spot for pizza. So let's talk about your pizza a little bit. How did you come up with the recipe you're currently using? And kind of how's its iteration in the trailer versus when you're doing it out of the commissary?
Yeah, the recipe and everything I make today, it's more like everything I learned in the past, especially when I work at Tony's in San Francisco. So those 10 years that I worked there kind of really like helped me put everything together. And then here it's more like the recipe aspect of a pizza. It's easy, right? You can get any recipe and make it work in your kitchen, and it's gonna come out right. And I think here for us was more like dealing with the heat. When it's cold here, it's really cold as well. It's not just when it's hot, it's hot. It goes to like minus, not minus, like 30, freezing. Yeah. So just more like working that aspect, and helps a lot. So we make everything in the commissary, but as soon as the dough is out of the door, we're out of the elements, and then the trailer with the window open. So we always like, should I get the dough out of the fridge now or in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. To get that like perfect like temperature to go in the oven. So it's kind of hard work with that. And we make like 4 different styles of pizza here: New York style, grandma, Sicilian, and what we call American style, which is just a version of a New York style, but like thicker, that can hold like more toppings. And then that's a pizza which our customers like load it up. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Please don't do this on the New York style, but like do this on this pizza here.
An American style, that's the perfect name for it, though. It's like, or Midwest style, like Midwest style.
7, 8 toppings, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I have John Gutekamp working on an article right now about how to build a crust that can handle heavier toppings, because we're in the Midwest and people want to keep throwing toppings on and toppings on. But if you don't have a crust that can hold that, then the pizza is ruined with that many toppings.
For sure.
It's So let's talk about you guys. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We limit people too, though. Like we can only allow so much. So, we don't want to sacrifice product. And so, and at that point, we're like, yes, I want to give you that supreme pizza, but I can't do that on that crust because it's just going to be like a sloppy mess, and it's like, that's what you want, but sometimes it's not something that we can provide. And so we really kind of try to steer them towards that American style, because we're in Texas. Everybody wants all the toppings, all the meats, all the everything, so it works. It works well, actually, that American style, for sure.
So let's talk about y'all's backgrounds a little bit, and how it led to you opening your permanently placed trailer. Talk about kind of where you both came from and kind of how you ended up starting the business.
So I was born and raised in Brazil. I moved here in the Bay Area when I was 20 years old, 2005.
Oh, wow.
And my uncle had a pizza shop in Daly City, so I got a job there, and it was actually my first and only job. But like, I've been making pizza since then. But it was 2005. Worked there for him for a couple of years, and then went around in the Bay Area, a couple different pizzerias, and ended up getting a job at Tony's.
Yeah.
And I was there for 10 years.
10 years, wow.
10 years, yeah.
That's a lot of learning right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I met her when I was working at Tony's, and when it was time to leave, we kind of moved here. Yeah. And with ends up opened something already kind of together. And
so you both picked Austin. You were like, hey, let's
used to live
Austin.
Here. So we came visit a couple times, and I love the city. I was like, man, let's just go there. That's great.
And at that point, funnily enough, I mean, we kind of thought that pizza wasn't really tapped like a whole lot here yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tapped, but it hadn't been cracked open, I thought, you know?
Yeah.
And so we thought we had a decent amount of opportunity to come down here and open their business. And we weren't wanting to do a trailer at all, actually.
Yeah.
That he was very, very much against it. Like he was like, no, I'm never gonna do a trailer. But like COVID happened, right? And then like any kind of funding or anything we had, it all fell out from underneath us. So
yeah,
we had to pull our resources and get that trailer. And we're supported massively by our neighborhood and everything. So we got very, very lucky in all of that. And I was from native to Nebraska, but I moved to San Francisco and had lived in Austin, Texas prior to San Francisco. And their customer service nonstop, like, and service, like in higher end restaurants and things. So it kind of, it lays the groundwork for our business. Like he was all the pizza and the knowledge behind all of that.
Yeah.
And I was luckily enough to be in the window to kind of educate people, because we're still in Texas. Like, not everybody knows what New York style is or Sicilian is. Like, we have to educate everyone on what all of this means, kind of, you know, and sell them the product that they think they want.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the Sicilian, because I just love Sicilians. Like Sicilian pizza is probably one of my favorites. It's so good. Is yours a traditional Sicilian, or are you kind of varying it to your own style? Like, what do you got going?
No, it's more like a traditional, I'd say, like thicker to the thicker side, really fluffy, but I don't really go crazy on toppings. But actually, I don't have a pie on the menu. It's just like build your own on a Sicilian. Yeah. And we allow like 4 toppings because it's just a 12 by 12. Okay. So I think you'll hear it's like we make a small one because of the size of the oven and trailer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I like it more like to the traditional side of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. So, you know, you're in this trailer now, and you've actually upgraded trailers within, like, you did it within the first couple of years of, like, you just went up and upgraded to the next one. What were you in first, and then what are you in now?
So our first trailer was a 7 by 12 trailer, which is ridiculous, like small.
The bathroom.
The way we started, when we started, we didn't have a commissary kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So I had a 30-quart, like a small mixer in the trailer, a small countertop oven, which I could like bake 2 pizzas, and a prep table, and that was it. And then both of us working there, it was already too small. Yeah. Finally got like a bigger oven, a countertop baker's pride, so now I can make 4 pizzas instead of 2. And
that's what we had in our office. We had a big
great ovens, like you know. At certain point we had like 4 of us working inside of that trailer on a Friday for like 3 hours, Friday and Saturday for 3 hours, because our pizzas like had a lot of finishing and stuff like that, so we needed kind of more like extra hands to help us. And we got to the point that
you built a really good bond, 4 of you in that
trailer. 4 of us. They still with us.
So when you moved into your current trailer, you're like, wow, this is huge.
Yeah. And then
it still gets small pretty quickly.
And then at the point, it was like an hour and a half for pies already, obviously like smaller than 4 pizzas at a time. And then we're like, just what we're gonna do now? Like, we need something fast, and just getting another trailer was the best option. We got another trailer, add 1 oven, an extra baker's pride, and then now we could make like 8 pizzas at a time, which it was kind of crazy because you have 4 doors of ovens. You're open and constantly turning pizza, and it's getting hot. And then like it's just too hard,
hot and
too
cold
stressful.
spots everywhere.
Yeah, like burning pizzas because you can't really see, and then like it's pizza here, and then so we're like, we need to get a better oven, and we went and got a pizza master, which then got us the problem of getting even hotter in the trailer because it's a bigger oven, right. It's a hot oven, you know what I mean? And you're open the door, like, and it just got really, really hot. Yeah, but that solved a lot of problems as well, like stress and, you know, you can see the pizzas inside the oven. Yeah. So, but now we're just already like, we hit the wall already. It's just, again, it's just, we have a certain amount of pizzas on a Friday, and then we still an hour, 30 minutes.
So what's next for you guys? What's the long term? What's the 2-year plan or so?
So right now, like we think like the ghost kitchen for us is gonna work really well for a while. Okay. Because they're like, I have a bigger oven. We have a Marsal there that we can put, I don't know, 12 pizzas at a time. Yeah. And that, like, we're trying just to like direct our customers to order more from there. Mm-hmm. So 30 minutes wait, it's better than 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? So if you're just going there to pick up a pizza, that's the place to go. If you want to have a drink or something like that, you'll go to the trail and sit down in a bar, right? So we want to kind of like do that and lower a little bit the output in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Make better pizza, right? When you're too busy, when you see the quality kind of going down a little bit, you got to stop and then go a little bit back. So when to do that, and then once we have these 2 locations kind of running better, and then we're gonna look for something brick and mortar, and we want to do something small first, maybe a slice shop with takeout and delivery. That's the way to go. Maybe some patio here. People here love patios, you know. Yeah. Drinks, patio. So
is your ghost operation in a different area? Like, are you in geographically different zones than the trailer, or are they still pretty close?
It's in a weird area, but it's only
kind of lateral. Like it's like the same area, but it's just like to the east. Like
but 8 minutes. 8 minutes drive, so it's not bad.
So you can probably get a whole new customer base over there versus what you have for the trailer. So that's awesome. Yeah.
And now operating out of the commissary, it's like, I don't know, it's just so easy and so nice. It's like,
so air conditioning.
Everything's there.
It's like you know, you don't run out of anything, you know, like, I mean, and you look at the trailer and you're like, I don't know, maybe I don't know if I can go back with.
Now, do you have to, I don't want to say fight with people over space, but do you have to allot your time to get into the commissary? Are you sharing it with a lot of other people where, you know, it's hard to get in, or like, how's that work?
No, so for us, we have our own space. So we don't share that space with anyone. So we have our own refrigeration, oven, and it's all ours. So it's great. Just like having a little restaurant in there, without the front, you know what I mean? So
that'll allow you to grow so easily. I mean, not easily, but you know, a lot easier than what it would if you were trying to just grow out of your trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's the idea there. So
that's cool. Well, I know we've named you a rising star in the pizza industry, which we actually got those from your name ended up on a list from, I think, 3 different operators that we had talked to. So your name's been out there as far as, you know, what people are looking for. So I just think that's cool that you guys, you know, you're rising up in the industry, and we'll look to, you know, to watch and see how you grow with your business.
Yeah, that's great.
Definitely interested. Keep an eye on you guys. Excited for what you guys got to come.
Yeah,
that's great.
For sure. It's you know, awesome. Like with every challenge, we've been fortunate enough to flip it and turn it into something better. So who knows what comes next? Like,
we can't wait to see. And I don't know if you'll be in Atlantic City with us in October or Vegas in March. But we definitely want to meet up and talk to you guys some more, because I think that you guys have something amazing going on.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Well, y'all stay cool. And I
Right.
say that literally.
Yeah.
And good luck with the rest of your week there.
Thank you.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.